Welcome back. So remember that we left at a point where we were able to upload image to Amazon S3. Now what I want to do now is I want to add a little sidebar to the side of this page so that we have a little bit more options to play with. Now remember that in one of the previous videos we started off with an application.html.erb and we left this little yield sidebar. This is where we are going to insert that sidebar into pages that are going to have a sidebar. And how we're going to do that is, well, right now we only have the edit page, or edit our profile page. So that's where we're going to add our sidebar. So what I want you to type in is I want you to type in content for sidebar do. So this would allow us to render our sidebar, and it's very much the same as how we would render our header and our footer. We are using layouts because we're going to reuse this code for all the pages that are going to require sidebars. So that is all the code we need here in our edit.html.erb file. The next place I want you to go to is I want you to go to your layouts, open that folder, and create a new file. And we're going to name this file sidebar.html.erb. Now, we want it so that the sidebar only shows up if the user is signed in. So we're going to use our signed in function that we've defined in one of the previous videos to tell if a user is signed in or not. So if the user is signed in, he'll get to see several options that are available to him. If he's not, then he'll never get to this page. So what I want to do here is I want to add some options. So we're going to open up a div class, and this will pretty much give us a link. We're going to make a link or a list of links that the user can navigate to. So we're going to have call sm3 and call md2 and sidebar. So we're going to do that, and we're going to start off with an unordered list. And I'm just going to fill this code in, so I'm going to pause the video and keep this time as short as possible. Okay, so here is the code that everybody will get to see, whether they are part of a company or they're not part of a company. So we made a little link to the overview, and this would show the user pretty much their entire profile. So when they click the overview link, they will go back to their profile. But right now, it pretty much leads to nothing because we just want to see if we can make this sidebar show up. So if the current person is signed in, so we have a user, and the current person is not attached to a company because we're checking if they have an org company ID. If they don't, then we're just going to show him their personal purchase history because we're assuming that this person is just a regular customer that wants to order food through our app. Now, if the person, if their position ID is 1, then they are part of a company and they are the head of the company, or maybe they're the COO. In this case, they will be able to see the payment settings that link to the company's bank account. So if we go back and refresh our page, let's see if anything shows up. So we go back and we refresh our page. You can see that our sidebar does show up, and it has both an overview and a personal purchase history. Whereas if you click it, nothing will happen because we haven't made the routes for those links yet. So that is that. Now there is a little bit more extra code that I'm going to go through, so I'm just going to add that bit in, and we're going to talk about that some. Okay, so we added some extra code, and this code is really simple. It's something that's going to show up in a later video in the series, but to go over it now, just for completion's sake, this is all the code that is going to be in our sidebar.html.erb. Now, an explanation. If the current org person is not nil, and if the person does belong to a company, because we we checked if the current org person has a company ID. If the company ID is not equal to nil, then we're going to see some more information. We have a user and they're attached to a company. So they should be able to see the company information. They should be able to see all the people, all the other employees that are part of this company. They should be able to see the company's purchase history. All that sort of stuff is available if it's a person, if we have a user, and if the user is attached to a company. Now, company type company ID, this is where we check whether the company is a specific type of company, because remember I mentioned that there would be many, we might have different types of companies, let's say deliverer, supplier, or a consumer. So these numbers correspond to those types. Now, if the company is a supplier, then their ID would be 3, and they would be able to see the items they've posted for sale, see the items they have posted, see the orders that have came in, and see the completed orders that they have completed. That means they have taken the order and the customer might have already picked up the order from their store. So you could see that the code is not that complicated. Using if and else statements, we can pretty much show certain views and certain options depending on the type of user that is using the app currently. So this is all I wanted to show you. Short video or long video. I don't know how much time has gone by, but it's a video to show you that we have now made a sidebar that we are going to use a lot more in the upcoming videos. Other than that, please rate, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed these videos. Leave comments and questions in the comment box, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.